Greetings and good evening. I would like to welcome you to the Serving God Podcast Network. Thank you for joining us tonight for another episode of What's on My Mind, Shawn's Evening Tea. Would you like a biscuit with your tea? The date tonight is February 10th, 2018. The main topic of tonight is bouncing back and recovering, gaining strength in Jesus Christ. Today let us reflect on Jesus taking us through these difficult challenges. And now, my favorite host on the Serving God Podcast Network, Shawn.
Hello everybody. Good evening. So, how is everybody? Good evening, my name's Shawn, and welcome to Shawn's Evening Tea. Brought to you by the Serving God Podcast Network. Today's date is February 10th, 2018. Again, my name is Shawn, and I will be your host. For this episode. Yeah, I suppose sometime, maybe if somebody wants, they could do it for me if I'm sick, 'cause I haven't been feeling good, and I didn't mean it like that. I mean, down the road in a month or two, 6 months, I don't know. So welcome to What's on My Mind. Brought to you again by the Serving God Podcast Network. And guess what? Our headquarters is located in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So let's jump into today's news and announcements. That's what's next. And yeah, so like I was saying, I'm here. Oh, can I get my hand up there? Oh wow, is that laggy or what? There's like a 2-second delay there. And if I go, so I'll put my hand down now. About 1 second delay there, it's not so bad. But here, there's no delay. Yeah, so like I was saying, I haven't been feeling well. It's hard, been changing my diet and whatnot, and it's important to eat a good amount of food. So first off, announcements. Congratulations to all the guys, all the team. We have enough members now that we on Facebook.com. You can go facebook.com/Serving God Podcast Network / and make sure you put a dash in between each word. Serving-podcast-network.com. Buh. It's past my bedtime. Or actually it is my bedtime, give or take. Congratulations, guys. It's taking slower, I know, and I'm always like, oh, it's gonna get better, things are gonna get better, blah 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 blah. Wow, I should have reset my router, huh? Yeah, man. Anyhow, I'll say hello to my friend Dorothy. Have that written down there. All my friends hang out at Tim Hortons and Park Extension. Hey everybody. Hi Dorothy. I'll send her this. Like I said, I've been about a week. I was sick and I don't eat a lot, and my diet has changed, so basically it's been a rough time. Say hello to everybody at church. I don't think really anybody from church watches, but I've been telling people a little bit, and thank you all for your prayers. While I've not been well, I appreciate it. People being thoughtful and caring, and So sometimes I just kind of hunker down, and that's the thing. I'm inside right now. Obviously, too, it's cold outside at night, but even in the daytime, it was kind of hard. I like doing the podcasting from outside in the park, but until I have a better procedure for it, I have I have 2 briefcases that I keep things in. So I have like a system where I keep podcasting equipment here, and I'm actually very mobile now. Within a week, I'll be on different locations podcasting, starting with the new show. So the United Against the Enemy, really starting to pick up speed on the discussion and behind the scene discussion on it. Maybe we'll talk about that later, because we're going to have a podcast later with Frank and Fraser, so that's going to be cool. Yeah, because I don't want to be. I almost dropped my phone in the snow or the iPad. It's not cool. And it gets cold. Your hands, if you don't wear gloves, hands get cold quick. If any of you know who Rick Mercer is, on CBC, this hour is 22 minutes. I always liked his rants when he was walking down the alleyway kind of deal. I'm going to probably start doing something like that, though. I have my selfie stick, and that's it, I can just walk down the street and, around. I have a spot for that. Now, moving on. What's on my mind? I was supposed to have a video clip for this, but I'm rushing, and we're already 7 minutes in. But I'll cover this all. I'm playing catch up right now. Plus, get to it in the notes. I got a new computer, and my old computer, it's very custom made, you can say. So, what's on my mind? When prayers come true, there are 2 people in the past 5-6 years. In the first half of my Christian walk, when I first came to know Jesus, one of the most influential, and probably the most influential. Fix my mic. Sorry. Actually, I'll just hang it down like that. Sorry about that. The most influential when I first came to know Jesus, even right before when I was just starting to learn about Jesus, would be Dr. William Lane Craig. The philosophy, his debates, his podcasting, the radio stuff, everything. How he handled himself. It really shaped who I am right now. And then, if you're close to me or listen to me a little bit, Dr. Jordan Peterson, even from, a year and a half ago, when he just started to come on the scene, I was really just started watching him. I was, those type of things, social justice warriors and postmodern philosophy, was just starting to get on my radar. Yeah. So, the other day, let's preface this a little bit with Dr. Peterson. He's on a book tour, now that he's exploding now internationally. So his book, I forget what it is, 12 Rules for Your Life or something like that. So he's on a book tour, and for me, my prayer come true. One of my prayers is very simple, that Dr. Craig and Dr. Peterson would have a discussion or a talk. So my prayer come true when I'm on YouTube and I see them together at a talk. And I should have, maybe tomorrow what I'll do is, I have everything set up. I'll do a podcast in the morning and I'll cover this. My 2 favorite role models, and I have it here. To be honest, they're the most that I've learned. I've learned the most from them in my life. These 2 men, they basically formed me. God has formed me through them and what they speak. And they do share ideas that overlap. And I want to see them discuss it more, because I'm not the only one that I was reading comments. There's other people that really want to see them go more in depth. I'm just getting my life in order, and it's not always perfect. It's sometimes 1 step forward, 2 back, but it's coming along. The structure and the routine and the different apps, another computer, like I said, how I have things set up here in my command center, this is my bridge of my starship, right? Yeah. And I've been thinking about my Ella girl, and friends and family. Just trying to be more effective at communication. And Ella is supposed to come Monday, so we're gonna do It Is Me, Shawn podcast, and I'll get to that here in a bit. I gotta get Instagram. I did make an Instagram for Serving God Podcast Network, so we'll start going into that. I've been slipping. Sorry, been literally like a week on and off, nausea, headache, lack of energy. I installed WhatsApp on the desktop, so as I said, just trying to communicate. Tech issues, setting up the new computer, new laptop, setting up new monitors, setting up, different audio issues. Moving on, I have, like I said, health issues. I've been sick, but not just that. I'm lactose intolerant, so to have digestive issues, to not be eating a lot of food, and then to actually get sick from a stomach flu, or there are a lot of things that might have initially caused me to get nauseated, not feeling good, fasting a bit, and so with this, especially the dietary changes, my body has become more sensitive, and I'm lactose intolerant, like I was saying. So when you don't drink milk products, it comes back very strong. So that was a part of it. And I think I have a milk allergy. So if you can actually see, and I can see in the video, but my eyes are puffy. The eyelids are puffy and red. It's starting to go away. I was drinking lactose-free milk, actually. So what I'm trying to say is I think I have a milk allergy, to be honest with you. So I'm cutting out the gluten and the dairy again. I just can't handle this. Oop. Sorry. I just can't handle that. I see we're still streaming though. There we go. I just can't handle this this rash, and it kind of feels like my eyes chat, my eye waters, and it get like burns on the edge, and then it's really messed up. But I have cream, but the cream works really well, but I think it really is the milk. And the podcasting is going great. I do little things behind the scenes, not a lot lately, but Frank and Fraser going full force, and Fraser's uploading stuff, and so I gotta jump back in there and start helping them out. I might suggest to them later, maybe they should just forget the backlog and just create a system and go forward with it, and upload everything. Or like I used to have a big archive of everything they did, so I can just splice them together, and I'll figure something out with them. We're gonna work together. Things are being planned for the long term too. And like I was saying earlier, I didn't really get to it, but it's time to say goodbye to my personal podcast. It Is Me, Shawn. Say goodbye to it on the Serving God Podcast Network. It's going to be moved over to the podcastnetwork.com with dashes. The-podcast-network.com. It's going to be a new network, and we're going to be having shows on there. And like I said, so Monday, my daughter Ella is coming, and we're going to do a podcast together, and we're going to be talking about music, video games, TV shows, things like that. And I think we're going to be reviewing for Xbox One a video game called Cuphead. So it's not really related to Serving God Podcast Network, so it's going to be on the Podcast Network. More ideas. I have a couple people that I'm going to be talking to in the next couple days about being a co-host for me in the morning, for my morning things. So I have a couple people in mind. I'll give an update on Monday. I think will be a good update time. And another shorter videos and another segment, or not necessarily a show, but I'm going to call it Shawn's Shout Out. So videos where I shout out to people, say hello, and to start discussions and get the ball rolling. My note taking, like I said, the organization, my note taking and the structure and the systematic of how I'm doing it, for myself that it's that I can use it. It's usable. But physically though, my body though, I'm at a point now where I'm getting better now. I'm on a low carb, high fat, not too much protein. I'm going back on trying to go back to similar to a bird diet, to like trail mix. So while now I might be having more carbs to get my digestion back on track, because only small portions. Very small portions. I like chicken, to be honest, just chicken breast. A little bit of chicken breast, a couple times every couple hours. But my body can't take this junk food garbage and, flush it out with water, tea. I like ground beef too. I need more fat. I've lost weight even before this. And I need a creamy hot drink, I think. Something that doesn't have dairy, or a replacement for coffee. I'm getting there. Almond milk, maybe. I'm going to go back to the caffeine pills and just get off coffee in general. That's another one. More tech things to tinker with in the background, getting that laptop up and running. Everything is working. I'm using it actually kind of a bit more. And my computer had problems, so fresh install will do good. And I'm happy to be doing a podcast right now. I'm really behind. I'm sorry, guys. And here I'm even reading my notes since I missed yesterday. I missed more than yesterday. Tomorrow I'll be back on doing my daily thing, though. I'm just happy to be busy, though, and to get up early, get things done, and be moving my life forward. There are times I feel down or I doubt, but it's a part of the process, and Jesus always comes back roaring like a lion into my life. At times I'm really good, doing great, eating right, reading the Bible, listening to godly preachers, helping out, volunteering, stuff like that. That's when the devil attacks the most, I find. He gets to you when you're not in the best shape. So that's what's on my mind, and I forgot to grab my notes from the other site, and I'm getting tired, and I gotta talk with the other guys. On my written morning coffee, I wrote about I put a picture of goat ads, because I want to get a goat. You know what? I want to have a goat and milk the goat, and it was only like $70 or $80. I think there was $200 or $300 portable milking machines. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm down for that. I don't mind to get up 5 or 6 in the morning and milk. I don't know, Betsy the goat. I don't know what you call a goat, but I'm telling you, I will milk a goat. And I really wanted to raise chickens and slaughter them myself. That's what I want. That's what's future goals for me, to eat naturally and healthy, responsibly. What's on my mind? Ooh, sorry again. Ooh. Looking at the deep down inside sin in my life. That's what's on my mind, and we're moving towards talking about the new show, because that's going to be a big deal. How the devil, like I was saying, attacks us when we're at the strange times, and when we're not prepared for it, or when we let our guard down. Just for me, it's important just to keep moving forward. I'm not perfect. I can't be perfect. I can't put things off until they're perfect. I gotta keep moving forward. Each day, though, I'm developing my system. It's upgrading. The way I do things about my life is getting better and better. Thank you, Jesus, that I'm actually here right now at this point like that. So sorry though that I've been sick, guys. Things are coming along. Health changes. God's taking me through these health changes. I want a more natural diet, more water too, but cutting out that dairy and that gluten. If you ever heard that term, being gluten, it's another thing like the dairy. When you cut it out for a while, a week or two, 3 weeks, and then you have bread, and it's especially really refined. Oh man, it'll mess you up. Cheat days are bad. So if you suffer, you will know. Yeah, get up every day and milk the goat. Glad I have backup operating systems, guys, so I wouldn't be doing this right now. Sorry, guys. Gonna be doing a podcast tonight. I was supposed to have a nap, but didn't. Blah 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 blah. That's what I wanted to share. It's in the file for next time. So I gotta check my calendar, every day. I'm sad not be listening to Frank and Fraser's podcast. I listen to it in the morning, but I haven't been taking notes or seriously so that's the thing that I want to start getting into is my routine, because they usually do their stuff at night when I get up in the morning, to at least listen to it. I'm gonna finish up here, because I really fell behind working on the computer stuff. Yeah, looking at the deep-seated stuff in my life, like we were talking earlier, like when Fraser was here, didn't I was getting angry, and he was too, but I'm responsible for myself. And we're gonna talk to Frank about these kind of things, I think, coming up next, about relationship stuff and self-image and dealing with these things. A word that Fraser used today or yesterday was riled up. I saw him he used, and he was talking about himself, talking with a coworker, if I remember correctly, how he was getting riled up. And it's a word that I use, actually. I will say that too, sucks. I don't want to get riled up. The worst part is when you get riled up and you don't know it, and other people can see it, and you turn red and you're raising your voice, and it's oh man. So I want to thank those guys for being patient with me and all of you. Try my best each day at a time. This is not a job, so I'm sorry if I missed something, but I'm not perfect, and it's going to be time to just start pushing forward to do more things, not to be too stressed. I'm at a level now where I'm going to be just going out there and doing it. So thank you, everybody. I love you. Peace. And fine. Oh, I forgot to put up the graphics again. Oh, not February 3rd. Check us out, ServingGodPodcastNetwork.com, or our Facebook page. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you for joining us today on What's on My Mind, Shawn's Morning Coffee. Please like our Facebook page, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. For questions or comments, please visit us at www.serving-god-podcast-network.com. This episode was created during the month of February in the year 2018 and is owned and created by the Serving God Podcast Network. All rights are reserved. You may not reproduce this episode, the live stream itself, or any recording of this audio and visual content for any reason, in whole or in part,